Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at 1656 Southeast Umatilla here in Portland. We are at the rearmost unit, unit number 5, going into the 3-inch ABS cleanout out back. We're going to check the overall condition, serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running. We're going to zero out here at the base of the cleanout. And off we go. Went through a spot there where we might have a little bit of standing water. We'll see as we come back in. There may have also been a little bit of debris in the line. We shall see here in just a moment. That right there is just a little glue drip. It's at the top of the pipe. It's way too thin and flimsy. That thing will likely snap off, but it's way at the top of the pipe. You know, if that really ever became actually something to deal with, that would take 30 seconds with an auger to trim out of there. All right, now we're into 3034 PVC. Imagine we should be getting out near the, yeah, this is the pipe that's been in the ground a while. You can see the color difference. All right, this looks like the vertical drop here into the top of the main. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get a gander of that really quick here. We should be out into there we are. There's the main there. We're gonna kill the water here for a second, let her drain. So far, I've only seen one spot with any potential to have any settling issues. Albeit so far it's looked pretty minor. All right, we're gonna start pulling back in here. Line looks like drained off, or almost entirely drained off now. A little bit of water still trickling to the line here. There are a bunch of other people working at these. There's some cleaners. So I don't know if some of that water there is coming from a different unit. This clean out over here has been dry for quite a while now. So anyway, it's a very, very minor amount of water moving through the pipe. And if we do run into any standing water, it shouldn't be really exaggerating it at all. Okay, so like right here, for instance, I mean, these are so minor, it's hard to even call them standing water. It may, in fact, have more to do with a little tiny bit of excess pipe glue in the flow line, honestly. But you can see what we're talking here. I mean, maybe 32nd of an inch of water from like 43 feet to 45. But you can also see that basically top of screen right now, there's a little chunk of pipe glue. I mean, that could legitimately be the reason why there's anything there at all. So, I mean, I can hardly even call that thing a belly. It's so minor. And that's not the kind of thing that anyone should be recommending fixes on, let alone if they even see what the heck I'm talking about here. But you can see we still have some amount of water. It's a very minute amount, but it's trickling off from somewhere behind us, so... And it looks like, I think, a similar scenario right here. In fact, this spot right here, I think, is the area that I first noticed on the way out here. Let me measure this off for a second. But even this, too, this is nothing I would recommend doing a fix on. I mean, this is, even for new construction, this is essentially nothing. And as you can see in the water line there is still some amount of water trickling through the pipe from somewhere. I'm not sure from where, but just keep in mind that's going to be adding maybe a 32nd of an inch of depth to that water there, which is already incredibly minor. I mean, this isn't even a 1/4 of an inch. So you've got a couple spots right where these junctions are, where the lines tie together, where you have very minute amounts of standing water. But I think even a rookie, I don't think, is going to be recommending a repair on that. They're 1 to 2 feet in length and are holding around a 32nd. You know, they are between a 32nd and a 16th of an inch of water. Not the kind of stuff anyone should be losing their mind. Yeah, I think the cleaners do appear to be putting some water down the pipe here. Push back out here real quick, just where that flush came down the line. That water there is all trickling off. Still trickling. Looks like that junction there has 0 standing water. For whatever reason, those areas where lines come together are just more prone to that. So you've got 2 of those. One's around 28 feet, the other one's around 45 or so. Both of which are far too minor, in my opinion, to require any kind of repair work. They're hardly worth talking about, honestly. The only reason I am is it's brand new construction. So good flow end to end here. All the pipe we just scoped is in good condition, intact, clean of any construction debris. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time.